Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the delay. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and how about I get a yoga mat? That might be a good idea. Welcome to our Saturday morning yoga basics. First yoga basics of the year. Okay, let's try this, Kim. I love it. So, welcome. Get your mats out if you haven't already, like me, and make your space comfy for yourselves. If you're new to yoga basics, it's not that there won't be some challenges. It's just that we will approach all of these different ways of moving in our body in a basic way, all right? And from the most fundamental way. The fundamentals of standing, the fundamentals of bending, the fundamentals of twisting. So please feel free to say hello if you're here. I am not texting anybody. I am trying to get things ready for maybe a little bit of tunes. Yay! Good morning, Elizabeth. Happy New Year. So yeah, I really love to use and take full benefit of the fact that we can communicate with one another. So let's try to make this like as interactive as possible because we can. So talk to me. Let me know what it is that you're afraid of or what you want to work on, what you're curious about, things that confuse you about yoga. Let's have a conversation because we can. So yes, welcome. All right, so I see Kim, I see Elizabeth. I will ask them then, since they're the folks who have said hello, to see how they're doing, what they're wishing out of their practice today, maybe what they're wishing for in the beginning of the new year in your practice. So let's take a moment and really think about that and share. Vicki, good morning. Low back, what do you need in your low back? What's going on with it? What is it that you want to work on? One of my challenges for myself this year is that I would really like to try to be as much more interactive as I can, right? To try to bring a little bit of that element of us being together. So imagine me walking around the room right now, and I'm also saying, you don't want me to pick what we're working on today, but maybe you do. All right, Casey's saying low back. Vicky's saying low back. Elizabeth, what are you feeling or wanting to work on in your practice today? Maybe as you're stepping into the new year. What is it that you're hoping to work on? All right, low back, Casey and Vicky, tell me a little bit more. Are you feeling like it's aching? If you did too much today, would you be paying a price? Are you wanting to strengthen it? Are you wanting to stretch it? Holler at me, both of you. Also, is anybody looking to try to get a little bit of sweat on? Or is everybody kind of looking to relax, chill out in our new year? All right, I'm going to give it just a few more minutes of seeing how we're all feeling. Your will needs strength. Thank you. Ooh, and both of you are saying strengthening. I'm just going to show you all. Vicki, thank you all for sharing. And also Casey. So it looks like we're looking for some strong backs. Kim, Elizabeth, feel free to chime in. I'm going to look up now and again, and hopefully be able to see what folks are saying because you can't shout at me. Ha ha ha. All right. Why don't we start sitting? All right. So let's actually start sitting with our legs out in front of us and our knees bent a little. Your eyes can be lightly opened or close them. Whatever's starting to help you come into the truth of you right now. Feel your chest rising and falling with breath, and then let's see if we can send that breath any lower into the tummy. Will your tummy allow it? Softening that will space. Vicki. Softening our will means surrender. And surrender is a scary thing. So you be gentle with yourself. You don't have to surrender completely. And it does not mean defeat. And let's just tuck the chin in and around the spine. All right, so I'm going to turn sideways here. Breathe in. And then let's lift the chest, stretching the throat, draw the shoulders back. And round the spine. And lift. Now do as many of these as feels good at whatever pace feels right for you. See if you can keep your tummy muscles as relaxed as you can right now. Being mindful and intentional about trying not to exert a will or force. Now next time we round the spine back, let's just lean into the back to the right a little. Lean into the back to the left a little. Just work that side to side and just feel up and down your spine, side to side, what's talking. And then I'm going to bring the chest up to a neutral space. I'm going to keep one knee just a little bit bent, the other leg straight. And come forward. Now, we may not go forward very far because we've got a bent leg up in our gut. And that's okay. We're just starting off. Feel the back. Feel your neck. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe it out the mouth. It's a fact. And let's roll the spine up. I hate YouTube sometimes. And let's switch. Just a light bend in the other leg. Breath in, sitting up. Exhale, bringing it forward. And we'll lift ourselves up. Now I'm going to bring the legs down and let's just vibrate them. Wake it up a little. Maybe clear some of the fleshy bits out from under you. So moving some of the glute flesh so that when you're sitting down, pushing the weight down into the hips, you're feeling your sit bones. We'll point and flex, wake it up. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And from here, let's round, keeping the legs straight now. And lift. Feel that difference. Where do you notice that it's more free? Maybe it's more free now in the low back, or maybe it's tighter now in the low back. Start to notice the differences of the different positionings of your body and how the body responds with a freedom of movement. And then come on back up. Let's breath in, sit up. Right hand behind you, left hand on your thigh, and twist. Now let's let the tummy expand with breath in and breath out, and see if you can tighten your belly muscles as you breathe out. Now breathe in, relax the tummy, let the belly expand. And breathe out as the belly comes in, tighten the tummy muscles. Maybe that lets you twist a little bit more, maybe not. Come on back to center. Good, let's find the other side. Breath in, sitting up. Exhale, twist. Let all that breath out. Now breathe in, belly expands. Now let the breath out. And after the breath is out, go ahead and tighten the tummy muscles, maybe twisting a little bit more. Breath in. Squeeze your legs if you can. Breath out, gradually tightening tummy. It's just starting to be intentional. Breath in, bellow the belly out. Breath out, twist, and then tighten your core muscles. And we'll come back to center. Good, let's inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, just walk your hands forward, lift the chin. Flex the toes, point, flex, point. Keep looking up, draw the shoulders back. Now, tighten your tummy and relax your tummy. Tighten your tummy and relax your tummy. Good. Let's keep the toes flexed now. Abdominal breath. Relax the tummy. Feel the tummy all pillowy up against your legs. Now squeeze your thighs and relax your thighs. Did the back relax at all? Squeeze your thighs and relax your thighs. Try to check in. Are you keeping the tummy soft? Squeeze your thighs. Maybe just push the backs of the legs into the floor if you're not able to kind of understand what squeezing the thighs means. And relax the thighs. And roll the spine up. Good. Let's bring the sole of the right foot up against the left thigh. Squeeze the left thigh. Let that right knee fall open. Some of you might want to put a pillow or something under this knee. And this knee doesn't have to be bent a lot, okay? It could be bent just a little down toward the calf. So start to navigate what your knee and your hips say to you. And we'll lift up, squeeze the thigh, breath in. Let's twist to the left a little. Do the same thing. When you breathe in, tummy breathes out, nice and relaxed. When you breathe out, let the air out, and then tighten your core and twist. Good. And then we're going to come forward. Now you can round the spine. Maybe keep that left leg active, meaning flexing the toes, squeezing all those muscles, or not. Or you can get distracted like I am with an itch behind my heel. And we'll roll the spine up. All right, what's already changed? Because this time when we came forward, we had this hip a little open. I'm going to, or maybe a lot open. Switch legs. Good. Breath in. Twist. When you breathe out, maybe tighten the tummy a little. When you breathe in, let's let the belly expand. So we're building a little bit of awareness of what are the muscles down here doing? Am I in control of them, or are they always tight? So am I always bracing for a gut punch? Does it feel like all year last year we were bracing for a gut punch? Do we know how to let that go and find strength in letting go? That's hard. That's some hard stuff, you all. Breath in, breath out. We'll release and come forward. Make a choice. How relaxed do you want to be in this right leg? Listen to this leg. Remember always in our practice, we're not here to command the body. We're not here to be dominant. We're here to listen. Connective tissue that we're building. Creating a connective tissue relationship. And it's so different than the way we live in the outside world. Right? The outside world tells us how to be, what's correct, what's acceptable. Our yoga helps us have our body and our mind work together for their wholeness. All right, we're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together. And again, you don't have to jam those heels super close to the groin, all right? This is where my hips want to be and my thighs this morning, but they could be further out, all right? So listen to your hips, maybe even start a little lower. That's perfectly fine. Good. Let's do a few neck rotations. Right now, see if you can relax the diaphragm so that you're not tensing the tummy. Say hello to the neck. Notice what's attached in the neck that's pulling in the shoulders and the chest, mid-back. Sometimes you can feel it all the way down into the low back. Sometimes there's radiation down the arms. Change direction. What is going on? Can you slow down to inspect, not command? What are we enjoying about this simplicity? What's aggravating you about this simplicity? We'll calm the center. We come to be willing to get that honest with ourselves. And let the upper body come forward and roll the spine up. Now, you might notice if you came forward that might have been too much. You can do it one at a time, one leg at a time, and remember to vary your angle. So I'm going to come forward and back. And it's really crucial if we have something going on in our hips, if we've had any hip replacements, anything degenerative or any injuries in the hips or knees, for you to start to find what is the range of movement that is acceptable in my body. Now, that doesn't mean that we won't explore or encounter, that's a more appropriate term, encounter some discomfort, something that might feel a little like a pull, a little tension. That's all right for us to inspect, but let's all start to look at the danger signals. And what do we do mentally When we hear the danger signals, the thing that says rip, tear, pinch, do we push harder? Do we suddenly become our own punisher inside of ourselves? Or are we becoming our nurturer? And can your yoga be a space of nurturing, not a space of punishment? All right, I'm going to straighten the legs out. Now, you'll notice here, I've got my knees bent here a little. So you could start off this way. That's a wonderful way to be here. And we're just going to hinge forward and back. All right, now some of you can say, oh no, my hips are open and really happy, really glad to start to come here. That's fine. Now, as you're doing so, the muscles in the low back are pulling that way. All right. So that might alleviate some pressure on the spine. Instead of all of our body weight coming down into that low back. So I'm responding to two people, Casey and Vicky, who had said low back was an area that they wanted to work on a little bit. So we're loosening, and I'm just trying to stress that if we're spending a lot of time sitting, especially in our little virtual world nowadays, please bear in mind that you're carrying your weight bearing on the low back and the hips. So even if you can vary the hips as you're sitting and do this even sitting in a chair, you'll start to at least create movement instead of rigidity. All right, remember we could have done that here. Oh, this actually for me is opening up the low back a little bit more, or at least showing me what doesn't want to open. Ah. And I'm just going to hold here. Try not to bounce in your yoga. All right. Distinguish your yoga from any sort of calisthenics or stretching exercises that you've become accustomed to. Yoga means to create a connection. And as I said, I was referring to it as connective tissue before. So observe where your mind goes when you're encountering an obstruction, a hindrance, a limitation. Feel your left side, your right side. Can you notice what's going on the bone level, on a muscular level, on a skin level? How about a breath level? Or did we ignore the breath? Let that tummy expand. Feel the tummy expanding in the back of the back, right? A round circle doesn't just protrude in the front of the tummy. Feel the round circle expanding out of the low back as well. Visualizing and imagining go a long way to helping us access various movements in our body. I think that my eyes, with my magic eyeglasses, are letting me read Gaia, I think, and Elizabeth. So the magic of glasses, because when I took them off, yep, y'all, if y'all are new to realizing that Belinda had to start to wear these all the time this year, that was something that happened. All right, let's bring the arms up. All right, now sitting up as tall as we can, and now I'm pushing those legs down. That might have made some of you have to bring your legs in a bit. All right, so now we're coming into the strengthening. Now I can't see enough to be able to see the small letters, and I was so right. Yay, Gaia. Stretchy, neck pain. Okay, so Elizabeth, you may not want to do this very long. I'm going to come back in and I'm going to turn sideways because I want to show this is where many of us may be, okay? So try your best to see if you can ask the chest to come up. This is coming for Casey and for Victoria on the strengthening. Keeping the elbows out wide. Now, if holding these arms up after a while is too much for you, Elizabeth, just keep the arms down. All right, you all are able to start to connect in on what feels right for you. Just because something feels right to me doesn't mean it feels right to you. Let's squeeze the legs, lift the chest. Now tighten your tummy. That doesn't mean suck in the breath. So let's do this for a few breaths, exploring. Do I know how to tighten my tummy without sucking in my breath? Can I keep my shoulders relaxed while opening those elbows? And maybe you can do it for one breath, and you might need to let those arms down. Tighten the tummy muscles and still breathe. That's a key there. You wouldn't be able to still breathe if you're sucking the tummy in instead of tightening the tummy muscles. Good. Let's bend to the side and bring it up and side. and bring it up. Good. And relax the arms. And come as far forward as the body will let you go. Go ahead and round your spine. Let the neck go. Breath in. Breath out. It's perfectly great to bring a pillow right here. You can squeeze the thighs and try to relax the spine. That might let you open up movement in the spine. Or maybe your legs say that's too much stretching and you prefer to just keep the legs relaxed. Don't go for the burn, in other words. Feel your breath now with a relaxed tummy. And let's round the spine up. All right, all of that was for a little bit of warming up. Now we're going to start to move a little bit more in a fluid manner. Please stop and take a break at any time that you wish. I'm going to see if I can reconnect now to another kind of musical experience, hopefully without the advertising. But you know, YouTube is an interesting creature, so I'm gonna try not to be mad about it. Okay, let's come to our child's pose. So let's make our way to our hands and knees. Feel free to chime in. I heard about the neck from Elizabeth. Daya, if there's anything that you're wanting to work on just in your practice in general this year or just today, please let me know. Otherwise, we had some low back expressions and requests today, so that's what we're more or less focusing on, maybe the upper part of the neck and chin as well as the low back. I will look back up in a moment and see if there's something else that you would like. All right, maybe knees wide. If your head doesn't touch the floor, you can bring a block here or roll up a towel or a cushion. But let your head rest. Don't let it just dangle. So now child's pose may not work for people with knees and maybe they don't want a lot of pressure on their knees here. If you would prefer not to be in child's pose, you could wait here on hands and knees, or you can get ready and just come up to standing because that's where we're going to be in a moment, all right? So honor yourselves. Don't try to force yourselves. Remember, don't go for the burn. Let's tighten the tummy a little and relax the tummy. Tighten the tummy. Notice, can you breathe here? Still breathe. And relax the tummy. Good. Let's come forward to hands and knees. Step the right foot up. Maybe help that up there, bringing it towards your midline, not wide. When we bring it to the midline, you can engage the core a lot more rather than asking the back to take the brunt of it. Tuck the back toes. Squeeze your belly now. And step the left leg up. Legs can be together or a little bit apart. Let's round the spine up. So curve your low back. Lifting your head left. Let's breathe in and reach up. Keep the shoulders down. Push the belly and the hips forward a little bit. Now tighten your tummy. And come forward. Go ahead and keep the knees soft. Let the head hang. Roll the spine up slower this time. Let the arms dangle. Lift your head left. When you come upright into the mountain, just standing upright, tighten the tummy. Push the legs down. Pull the shoulders down. Breathe in and lift. Good. Shoulders down. Tighten the tummy. Push the hips forward. Don't squeeze the butt. Don't squeeze the butt. So many different parts of the body that would get to gain awareness of what are they doing. They're attached to you. Don't let them just run amok. And forward fold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's walk the hands forward a little bit. Don't go to plank, just forward. Tighten your tummy and relax your tummy. And then walk it back. Walk it forward again. So we just start to shift forward, feeling our arms hold us, and then tighten the tummy. Ask your core to be some support, not just the arms. And walk it back. You can keep those knees soft or straight. Let your head dangle. Soften your tummy. Let's walk it forward one more time. Palms flat. Squeeze the belly. Good. And then let's walk it back. We're going to wrap our arms behind the knees. Try to pull the knees back. Give it a nice tight hug. Now try to pull your chest off your legs, but resist with the arms. Really give it all you got, you guys. Now squeeze your belly. Breathe. Keep your gaze down. No stress in the neck. Breathe. Come on, pull. Mean it. Get angry. Breathe. And let it go. Deep breath. Practice letting go here. Let your toes go. Let the muscles in your legs go. Okay? Oftentimes we're overworking in areas where we don't need to be exerting force. Surrender. Let's wrap the arms behind the knees. Pull the butt back. Try not to have those knees go past the toes. Give it a nice tight hug. Ready? Let's pull. Pull. Mean it. Mean it. Find a little bit more strength. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it. And let it go. Let the belly go. Let the shoulders go. Accept whatever it is that you're feeling, literally hanging out. Good. One more time. Let's wrap the arms. Pull the butt back. Get a nice firm grip. Maybe hug it a little bit tighter. Ready? Push the feet down. Try to pull the chest up. Tighten your belly. Breathe. Feel that tension. Feel your gas starting to run out, but you're going to use a little bit more. Come on, get hotter. Come on, pull, pull, pull. And let it go. Good. Let's just have a nice gentle sway. Going from willpower to surrender. Let that back surrender. Feel the front of the back, the belly, having done some of that work. And we'll bring the hands down. Let's step it back. Bring the right foot back foot flat. We're going to wrap under the left knee. Now push your right foot into the floor. Maybe you'll feel a stretch in your calf. And pull. Breathe. Push the right foot into the floor. Breathe. Now relax. Walk the hands up. When we come up, see if you can sink the hips down. Push into the baby toe edge of that right foot. Hands to the hips. And let's twist and twist. Feel what that low back has to say. Now don't go to the screen. Stop short of the screen. Good. Let's breathe in. Lifting the arms. If you can, let's twist open to the right. And let's bring it back up. We'll bring the hands down. Take your time. Let's step that right foot up. We're going to switch it out. Step the left foot back foot flat. When you're secure, maybe widen your stance, whatever feels better. We'll wrap the arms under the right knee. Push your left foot into the floor. Drive the whole left leg into the floor. Now, when you're ready, start to pull and lift that chest. Good. Feel the resistance. Drive that left leg into the earth. Feel that solid line, that diagonal line going in your whole leg into the earth. Tighten the tummy. Breathe. Now relax. If you need to help yourself up with your hands on the knee, go ahead. If you want to ask your core to lift you up, but that puts strain on the back. So I don't know how achy everybody's back is. So let's honor it. You're not here to prove anything. Breathe. Try to scoop the tailbone under. Tummy relaxed with breath. Good. Hips side to side. If you wish, we'll lift and we'll split it open. Good. Maybe work the neck and the shoulders. Good. Let's bring it back up. We'll bring the hands down. Bring that left knee down. Step the right knee back. Hands and knees plank. Maybe put some extra blankets down under your knees. Breathe in. Now tighten the tummy. Exhale, lower it down. Keep the tummy tightened as you lower. Good. Lengthen the legs back. Unsqueeze your butt muscles now. Breathe in and lift the chest. Keep these elbows bent so you're not going to lift very high. And lower. Soften your back, your shoulders, your neck. And let's do it again. Breathe in, push down with the hands, lifting the chest. Just use the arms to lift you. Unsqueeze the butt. Belly breath. Don't tighten the belly here. And lower it down. Good. And lift. And make your way up to hands and knees. We're going to tuck the toes under. Start to push the butt up. Drop the head down, downward facing dog. All right, so your palms are about shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Try to apply some pressure, downward pressure, through the entire length of each finger. Can you feel the L shape in your index finger and thumb? Pressing down into that L. Make an imprint, an impression into the mat, into the imaginary sand, pressing down. Now draw the shoulder blades away from your ears, up towards your tailbone. Abdominal breath, let the tummy expand here. On the inhales and on the exhales, tighten the belly. Maybe see if you can feel the tightness in your pubis, feeling the muscles start to activate here. When you breathe in, let the belly expand, dropping down toward the floor, nice and heavy. And then when you breathe out, you're going to start to press those muscles toward the back of your spine. Good. If you need to pedal the heels now, go ahead. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Let's bring the right knee down. Step your left foot up. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg. Spin the right foot flat. If you were to draw a line from the back of this left heel, it would meet and make a capital T with the right arch of the foot. You can use your hands to support yourselves to come up for warrior two. All right, everybody. Left knee is bending. Don't let it go past that heel. Right leg is straight. Don't lock that knee back. Okay, so I'm going to turn this away a bit so that you can see this is my right leg. Don't jam it back. Keep it just a little. Just a little. Okay? So here we go. That's my right leg. Hips, scoop the tailbone under a bit, pushing that knee open to whatever degree. Maybe that's here. I'm going to turn this away now. Okay? So a lot of times, we turn these hips. Here is the profile that many of us are seeing. Let's see if we can scoop this under. And maybe for today, that's here for you, all right? Don't say, oh, I have to jam it into that alignment today. No, you're in your body. You're willing to have that gradual experience. I'm going to come in here, bend this down. Now, a lot of times I'm opening. This is my left leg. I'm pushing it to the left. But maybe that only comes here for you today. Maybe it's like, I'll think about it for tomorrow, and it stays right here. That's all right. Lift the chest. Relax in your mind's eye anything that's going on in this groin. And straighten. You know what? We're just going to switch. Okay? So straighten, heel pivot, and then heel pivot. Look at that alignment again. So my feet are out of alignment here, so I'm going to move it. And that just keeps these bones, instead of having them kind of cockeyed to one another, having them in a better balanced relationship to one another. These two thigh bones in the hip joint. Now, here's another way that our warrior two might present. So this is where a mirror might be helpful, or if you're able to see yourself on your camera, and you probably are not, because if you're here on the live, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so don't worry about it. All right. I'm talking to myself. Let's bring the hips here. Sink it down. It's no different than a true studio experience, right? Many of these people will let you know. It's the same old Belinda. Here we go. You're going to sink it down. Feel your groin. Work that thigh. What's going on? Sometimes a few pelvic tilts back and forth will help. Now, once you settle in, though, let's tighten the tummy and relax the tummy. Now, those arms can stay here. Your arms could be here. Feeling the chest opening here. Don't just have the arms here and let the shoulders hold the arms. Let the shoulders have the day off. And as the chest muscles, chest rises. And while I lift this chest, when I lift that, the shoulders have to come down. I know those legs are like, okay, forget about those arms. They're superfluous. Let's talk about the real thing that's going on down here. So let's straighten. Good. Let's reach, squeeze this thigh, okay? Try not to jam that knee backwards. I talked about that before. So try to keep it straight, but don't jam it backwards. Reach, reach. Push the left leg into the floor as you reach. Reach through the ribs and the armpit. Reach. Don't forget your legs. Bring it back. Reach backward. Good. Try to make this area reach. Reach from that area. Let the shoulders and the fingers be last in its expression. Push through the right big toes even. Good. Let's reach again through here. Waist, hip, low back. Squeeze the thighs. Give it support. Now thrust the left hip forward a little. And then we can let this hand come down. Pull the shoulder blades apart. Thrust the chest open. Breathe in. Good. Let's bring it back up. If that was too much on the belly in the back, don't do it again. All right. So we can just come here, hold. You can work side to side. Okay. And then we'll come here. The other thing that you can do is you can always keep the knee bent a little bit. All right. So we've got to feel out how much pressure are we asking of this unsupported core area to give us the support. The back is going to try to do it all. All right. And you're like, no, back, trust me. You get to have the day off. And it's like, yes, sure. You tell me that all the time. Right. All right. Let's reach, reach, squeeze your thighs. Relax your shoulders. Just feel something moving. Feel as though you're kind of in some water, swooshing around. Reach, length, right? Feel it right here. And then here. All right, let's push this hip forward. Right hip forward a little bit. And now I'm going to let this hand, it can come to the shin. I'm sorry, calf. Body parts, Belinda. Thigh. Or it can reach here. Don't try to reach your body down to it. Let the arm find where it wants to be. And revolve the chest open. You can even bring your back hand, your right hand here, and support the back. Okay, when you breathe in, relax the tummy. When you breathe out, tighten your tummy. Push into the right leg. Feeling how you are committing some energy to your structure, to holding yourself upright, or do we take for granted how we come upright? And that's that difference. We're building that connective tissue in our yoga. Let's spin on the left toes. So now the legs are wide, toes are aiming forward. Okay, arms open wide. Remember, shoulders down, chest up. Let's take the right hand to the left shin or foot or floor. Twist, squeeze your thighs. Good. Bring yourself back up. Now you got to tighten the tummy to bring yourselves back up. Otherwise, the back is going to do all of that work. Let's try the other side. Shoulders down, breath in, squeeze the legs. Twist. Come down, breath in, breath out, twist, relax your tummy here. Good, let's take an inhale. Now tighten the tummy and bring yourself up. Keep the tummy tight so that you're hugging around your midsection. Good, we'll bring the hands behind us. Maybe hold a strap. Maybe you can thread the fingers behind you, or you can hold your wrist. Let's open the chest and close. Open and relax. Open and relax. Now, as we're doing this upper body, what's going on in your bottom body? Are you active in it, or are they just kind of like flopping there? Don't let anything be floppity. Notice how you're holding yourself. Is one leg tired? One side of a foot tired? Let that teach you about how you stand. Are you pushing more on one side? Are you more dependent on one side? And you put in that balance. Let's open the chest. Bend the knees a little, okay? Now hips coming forward. All right, tighten the tummy a bit. Good, breathe, unsqueeze the butt. Shoulder blades together, look up, don't drop that neck. Let the neck muscle support itself. Breathe in. Let the upper chest muscles support your neck. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to come forward. Now, some of you, your shoulders might say, you know what? Need to let this go as far as the arms are concerned. Others of you might be like, hey, this is pretty cool. You can bend those knees a whole bunch. That takes some pressure out of the backs of the legs and the low back. If your back is saying, please, give me more, start to straighten the legs. You can do one at a time. That's a great way to just switch and do one at a time and start to ease your way in. Now relax the tummy and breathe in. Breathe out and just hang. Don't tighten the tummy here when we're in these inversions. Let your head go. Envision space between the vertebrae in your upper spine. Can you feel space pulling apart in between the shoulder blades? How would you do that? Could you loosen that more, more, more? And I'm going to release the arms if you haven't already. Good. Walk the hands down out in front of you. Right hand beneath your face. Let's twist. Squeeze your thighs. Twist your belly button. And relax. Here we go. Left palm down and twist. Got to relax the tummy to start to move. And then you can tighten the tummy and relax. Tighten and relax. So we're basically just doing some belly crunches intentionally. And then we'll bring those hands down. I'm going to walk my way to the left. Spinning on my left heel. Coming to the right toes. Bring the right knee down. Step that left knee back. Find whatever plank is yours. Now squeeze your belly, nipples over thumbs. So you can be on hands and knees plank like this, or legs together squeezing, tummy squeezing, breath abundant, butt goes up, head goes down. Let's try the down dog here with the feet together and feel that difference. Breath in. Let the neck go. Try to soften the shoulders. I know, especially when this pose is still fairly new, the shoulders and the neck can be like, oh my God, this is torture. All right, so come out. Bring the knees down. Take a break. We're going to roll it forward to plank, though. You can have those knees down. Breathe. We're not here to prove anything. Squeeze the tummy. So if you let the belly sag, it's going to look like this. We want the belly to do something. And if the belly is sagging like this, bring the knees down and tighten the tummy. Breathe. Don't be afraid of your heat. Surrender to your heat. Don't be in charge of it. You think you're in charge of stuff. We ain't in charge of nothing. Just feel the heat. And let's let it go down. Ah. Good. Let's breathe in and lift the chest cobra. Relax the buttocks. Shoulders back. Keep the hips as close to the floor as you can. Chin down. Where's your breath? If you're struggling, lower it down lower. If you're struggling, don't fight the struggle. Good, let's come to our child's pose. If that's comfortable for you, you can lay down on your belly. If being on your knees in the child's pose isn't your jam, breathe in. Breathe out. All right, I'm going to try to put this whole sequence together before we come down to relaxing poses. Okay, so we're going to do the whole thing one more time. You can pick and choose the parts that work for you. Or if you're like, all right, let's do that. Okay, we're going to do it. I'm going to loosen my shoulders a little bit. I'm going to take my glasses off because they're getting all smushy, smurgy, because those are words. Let's find our child's pose. Or maybe you're on your belly. We're just going to come up to standing at the top of our mat. So you figure out how you want to get there if your knees don't like you being on them. All right, the relaxed belly breath so that you're feeling your organs move, your belly protrude. Breathing in as we come forward. Step 1 foot forward. Bring it toward the midline. Bring the other foot forward. Feel the belly have to squeeze to help you up here. Let's come to half flat back. You can keep the knees soft here. Try to make the spine as flat as you can. Tighten your tummy. Relax the tummy forward. Fold. Roll the spine up. Lift your head left. And let's lift, breathe in, lift the chest, relax the butt muscles. Exhale, come forward. Let your head hang heavy. Wrap the arms behind the knees, pull the butt back. Ready, we're going to pull. Breathe. Good, get hot, get angry. Feel all of the forcefulness within you. Tighten that low belly like you need to pee. And release. release. Let that upper body go. Good. Here we go. We're going to wrap the arms one more time. Bend the knees. This is one more out of two more. And pull, 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 pull. Tighten it. Tighten that area like you're stopping yourself from peeing. I want you to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Love feeling your heartbeat start to amplify. Love feeling the glow, the tingle of energizing. One more time. Let's squeeze, bend, and pull. Pull. Good. Tighter than you ever have. Come on. Pull. Stretch your shoulders. Feel the stretch in your neck as you're trying to pull it away. Hug tighter, tighter. And release. Surrender completely. Let the tummy muscles go. Good. Let's walk the hands forward. Maybe just about 2 or 3 feet. Tighten the tummy. Walk it back and relax. Just let the upper body sag. Good. Walk it forward. Tighten the tummy. Walk it back and relax. Come on, relax. What foot are you in? Are you in them both evenly? Are you back in your heels? Are you forward in the front of your toes? One more time if you want. You can skip it. We can walk it forward. Push the hands down. Tighten around your rib cage. Tighten your belly. Tighten. Don't suck it up. Breathe too. Good. Let's walk the hands back. We're going to step the right foot back. Back foot flat. We're going to come up for warrior one after a pull. Hug under the left knee. Pull. Push the right leg into the floor. Breathe. Try to relax your low back as you're squeezing your belly. We'll release. Rise on up. Sink in the hips. Breath. Twist. Shoulders or no. Make your choice. Good. Let's bring ourselves back up and bring those hands down. Step the right foot up and we'll step the left foot back. Maybe you're stepping a little longer this time. Right foot towards your midline. Really trying to pay attention to teaching that better. Push that left foot down. Hug that right knee. Pull. Pull. Feel the groundedness. Feel the strength. Feel the belly have to help you. And release. We're going to bring ourselves up. Sink it down. Twist it open maybe. Good. Bringing it back. Breath in. Lifting. Going to bring the hands down. Bring the knee down. Step the right knee back. Find whatever plank you want. Be sure of where you are right now in your practice. Okay? You're not here to prove anything. You're here to connect. Tighten the tummy. Good. We're going to lower ourselves down. Maybe you used those knees. Good. We're going to do a Sphinx instead of a cobra. Walk the forearms out in front of us. Inner thighs together. All right. Yeah, that camera. I think I need a new camera. Sorry, guys. We're going to push down through the forearms. Lift the chest up. Tuck the chin down. Relax the buttocks. Sphinx. Breath in. Breath out. Big, round belly breath. Breathe through your low back. While you push down evenly through the forearms. Push down through the flat palms. Draw the shoulders back. Lengthen the neck up. Unsqueeze the groin and the tummy and the buttocks. Massage your low abdomen with breath. Good. Let's lower it down. Walk the hands back alongside your waist. Press your way up to hands and knees. Now we're going to step the right foot up because we went on the other side. When we went to warrior two, we had stepped the other leg up. So we're going to step the right leg up. Tuck your back toes. Bring that foot toward the midline. We're going to spin that foot flat and do your alignment of the heel to the arch of the left foot. We're going to make our way up for our warrior two. I'm going to turn and face you all, though, on this side. All right, camera. Do your magic. Autofocus my butt. Yeah. Is it fuzzy or is it the fact that I don't have my glasses on? All right, we can scoop the tailbone under or no. Feel that hip. Feel where you are. Choose where you want those arms. Maybe you want to open your chest. Maybe you want to give yourselves this hug. Good. That stretches in between the shoulder blades and the back of the neck. So feel out where you are. I'm going to come forward here. All right. It says it can see me now. Stay on the camera. Good. And then we're going to straighten hips. Reach. Triangle. Push that left hip forward. Ooh, this hand could be supporting your back. Don't lock your knees. Squeeze your thighs. Let your legs support your back too. Good. And let's bring ourselves back up. Spin. Spin. Bend. Straighten. Squeeze without locking. Feel out those hips maybe. Good. Reach. Squeeze those thighs. Shoulders down. We're reaching through our waist. Reach. Good. And then find where you want to be. Ooh. Breath. Let your exhales take away tension. You're creating a safe space here in your mat, in your body, in your breath for you. Allow yourself to feel more free, more open. And maybe we don't get to jump straight to the free and open. We might have to feel the entanglements and the tensions that we're carrying first. And that kind of sucks. It does. But we don't get to skip any parts. Bringing yourselves up. A part of that healing is we got to feel the pain. Let's spin the heel in. And please hear my words there. I'm not saying I want you to inflict more pain on yourself, but we don't get to escape the discomfort that comes with healing, right? Any of us who've had a deep cut or a deep wound, you know the pain of that healing and then that itchy part and whatnot. And we just want to be better, right? We just want to run on off. But we got to feel all of that ache as things are starting to find new pathways. All right. So let's find a new pathway into this Buddha squat. All right, so you feel those heels. You're welcome, Casey. You're welcome, Victoria. So we'll spin those heels out. I just had to correct that left foot. You notice how it was ringing in. So I'm like trying to bring myself into as much of a balanced space here. Now, tuck the tailbone under. That's dropping the tailbone. It pulls the vertebrae down a bit. Growing tall through the head, and we're just going to sink. You could use those hands if you like to ask those thighs to roll open, and your hips might be like, what? All right, now let's do that abdominal breath. Let's breathe in and let the tummy expand out. And breathe out and tighten those tummy muscles. Good. Stamp your feet down. Now, try to do the action as though you were going to squeeze your inner thighs together. Try to do that action with the legs here. Just bring your mind's eye into it and activate those muscles. Feel it. Breathe while you're in it. What? Sink it down, chest up. Wow. You're welcome, because the hip bone's connected to the back bones. So that was all for Vicky and for Casey. We're going to come on down. Let's come on down to the floor. So welcome. All right. Yeah, we got to have some boat. Yeah, we do. So let's walk the feet in as close as they'll go. Now, that's going to really vary on the size of our calf muscles, which for mine are not very substantial, right? The size of our thigh muscles, which again, mine are not very substantial. So that allows this kind of accordioning for me. But if my thighs were a little bit bigger, I might have some limitation here. Might also not be able to bring in that angle depending on what's going on with my knees. So I want everybody to find where they want to be. I'm going to turn this away so that you can see I've got my feet a little separated. Shoulders down, chest up. Try not to let them roll this way. Up. Use those hands. I think. Chest up. Good. Now I'm just going to hold my left knee. I'm going to reach that right leg up. Flex the toes. Breathe. I know. That leg is heavy. Good. Breath. Tighten the tummy. Good. Bring that leg back. Switch. Chest up. Chilling. And send that left heel up. Breath up. Don't lean back. Tighten the belly. Who knew that the body could do all of these amazing things? And you'd be like, I didn't even need to do this. Bring the foot down. Good. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet together. Sitting up tall. Feel your spine lifting, shoulders down. And again with the neck rotation. All right, remember what I said in the beginning of class, and if you're just joining, maybe adjust your angle. You don't have to ever be putting the body into any sort of positioning that creates agony, okay? And hopefully we're getting to learn to distinguish between agony and discomfort. And learn, how do we react to certain levels of discomfort? How do we grow through it? What is the mind chatter that goes on in our minds? Do we have really punitive voices in there? Change direction. Did we come to our yoga mat to be punitive? Did we come to our yoga mat to be kind? How do we start to practice kindness? How do we embody it and feel it and really do the thing? Not hear about it. Get out of that cerebral space about it. That takes some sincerity. Let's come up to center. Breath in. Exhale. Let's twist. At the end of the twist, tighten your belly muscles and relax. And we'll come around to the other side. Establish yourself sitting up wherever you want those heels to be. I like mine to have my hips a little more open. Breath in and twist. Now tighten the belly. Breathing. Good. And relax. All right. I'm going to bring my left leg out in front of me, right leg here. I'm going to grab the right big toe inside of this inner thigh. Sit up as tall as you can, and let's try to make a phone call. Okay? So we're going to pull that. Yep, laugh about it. But we're opening the hip. This is like half of a happy baby sitting upright. Good. Now squeeze your belly muscles. Your core is what's holding your spine upright here. Right? And when we're doing happy baby on our back, we don't have to support the spine because the floor is supporting the spine. Doing it sitting upright, the belly has to support your spine, so your belly gets to do the work, and you're welcome. All right, let's switch. I love feeling I'm just talking just to Casey and Victoria, so I hope that you guys feel me poking at you, all out of love. All right, so this right leg is straight, my chest is up, I've got my left big toe. And maybe you're just sitting there going, I ain't doing it. And that's perfectly fine too. Sit up tall. Let's make a phone call. Pull that heel toward the ear. Chest is up. Ooh. When you breathe in, relax the tummy. When you breathe out, let's squeeze those low abdominal muscles to hold that spine upright. Breath. Good. And let's relax. We're going to lengthen that leg out. Widen the legs out, and let's just rotate, rotate, rotate. Good. I'm going to bring my hands behind my head. My legs are straight. Bring the chin in and pull down just lightly through the arms. Abdominal breath. Now go ahead and fold it forward as far as your body wants to go. While you're here, alternate between squeezing your thighs and relaxing your thighs. Notice what's changing on every exhale. Maybe the body is slowly lowering. Make sure you're not forcing it. Release those arms, and we'll roll the spine up. Good. Let's make our way down onto our backs. Let's see what this camera wants to do as we come on down. Walking those feet in like we're going to do a bridge. Remember what I said, though, when we were in that boat. So it's all going to depend on the size of our thighs and our calves. Cross the right ankle above your left knee. Now try to point the right knee toward the floor. Let's just flap this butterfly wing a little bit. And as you're doing so, see if you can just tighten the tummy muscles a little bit or push your low back to the floor. Either way, you'll start to activate that space. Good. Let's switch. Bring the right foot down. Bring the left ankle above right knee, and we'll flap that butterfly wing. Trying to point the left knee toward the floor, feeling how much that hip wants to open. As long as it feels safe on the knee, we have to navigate different body parts, right? And it can make us mad, be like, I want to work that hip part, but my knee won't let me. You know what? We got to work on that patience and that understanding, and we start to find some other ways of doing it. Maybe you don't do the flap and you're just pushing your back to the floor and relaxing. Pushing your back to the floor and relaxing. Maybe you can't do this cross at all. If you can't, maybe just do a curtsy cross, okay? So start to make your way. Don't put a barrier in front of yourself if something can't be done exactly the way I'm saying, right? Get out of your own way and say, I want this. I want to move and I want to connect and I want to learn about me. Please don't come here to learn about my body. All right, I'm pushing my back to the floor, feeling that activation of the core. And then I'll bring the left foot down. I'm going to bring this right knee to the belly. Hug the right knee to the belly. Keep it as flush as you can. Now bring the hands behind that right leg and straighten that leg. Now you can hold on behind the thigh bone or onto the calf. As straight as you can. Now let's push the heel to the ceiling. Yep, I know. I'm making the pinchy face too. Breathe, push your back into the floor too. Push the back of your head into the floor too. Good, and relax. We'll bring the right foot down. Hug the left knee into the chest. Press your spine to the floor, abdominal breath, massage your organs. Look up, relax. We're coming into some chill parts. I know, we did just do a really intense stretch in the leg, and maybe that doesn't feel like a chill, and you're right, okay. All right, we'll hold on behind that hamstring or behind the calf. I think I'm going to stick with hamstring on this leg. This leg is a lot tighter. Ooh, it's actually a lot tighter. All right, I'm going to push my low back to the floor. I'm going to drive the left heel up to the ceiling, and I'm going to talk in falsetto while we're here. Breathe. Use the breath. Now, I'm not driving the heel as strongly as I drove it on the right, because if I did, y'all would see this grown woman cry. And not that I got any shame about being on camera crying. I'm just saying that that's not what this is about. So I'm going to be nice. And now, like it's starting to acclimate, I'm pushing that low back and the left side of my low back into the floor. And that's giving support. Oh, I could actually now start to drive that left heel a little bit more. I want to pull that leg a little bit more, straighten it a little bit more. Breathe. And release. Let's bring that foot down. And we're going to do a full happy baby here. We're going to bring the knees in, knees wide. Now, this is where you can stay, because a lot of times happy baby feels like a really vulnerable and exposed and revealing space. So depending on how you feel about that, you can just stay right here. If you want to go further, we're going to bring both knees open toward the armpit space, toward the floor. Now, you could hold on behind the knees, or you could grab the feet. And some of us can't reach those feet. Same thing that I said before. It could depend about either the range of movement in your hips. It could depend about the size or thickness of your thighs, the thickness of your whole self. And that's all right. We can feel it out. Can we moderate? Can we make adjustments for ourselves? Make the yoga fit you, not fit me, and certainly don't make it fitness. Press your low back to the floor, breathing in. Can we soften the shoulders and the neck? Now maybe rock a little side to side. If you could have the knees in. Remember, we're doing this as a modification, so if you don't want to have your knees that wide, that's fine. We're massaging an area called our sacrum, S-A-C-R-U-M, and it's above your tailbone and beneath your lowest back vertebrae. It's really crucial toward the health of your hips and the support of your low spine. Also gives some nice support for the front of the abdomen, so feel that area right above your pubic bone in the front of you. That's the abs that we want to be working. You might feel them just gently engaging as you rock side to side. All right, I'm going to straighten my right leg, hug that left knee in. And I'm going to roll over onto the right hip. Now shimmy over onto your right side as well. And we'll let this left thigh bone cross across the midline of the spine. You might be feeling this stretching. We're all going to have different limitation that we're feeling, either on the side of the thigh, the hip, into the low back. Here comes Puma. See if you can keep your right shoulder blade flat on the floor and let the left arm spread open so that we're involving stretching the chest too. Now let the abdomen go. Let the body sink heavy. Don't press anything to the floor. Let it surrender to the earth. Hi, Puma. Breathing in. Breathing out. I'm going to come back onto my back. I'm going to straighten the left leg. Hold on behind the hamstring or behind the calf. Pull that leg as close to you as you can. Now, some of you are just going to stay right here. Others of you, while you're pulling, try to push the left leg to the floor, so resist, all right? Pull the leg and push with the leg. Use the leg muscles to try to take the leg to the floor while you're pulling. Resist, resist. Come on, mean it. Mean it, just like we did in that chair. Come on, mean it. That right leg can come off the floor. Breathe, do it. Resist, and let's relax. All right, that's really good resistance for that low back. I'm going to straighten the left leg, hug the right knee in. We're going to roll over onto the left hip, shimmy all the way over onto the side of that hip, letting that right knee cross over. Maybe the knee touches the floor, maybe it doesn't. It's not about a goal. It's not an objective other than feeling the twist and permitting the twist. Abdominal breath. Shimmy and slide as much of the flat surface of the left shoulder blade to rest on the mat. And the right arm spreading open. Maybe you put a cushion under the right arm if the right arm is dangling. Ooh, now there's an area of my low back on this side that's like, don't go any further. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. Breath in. Breath out. And we'll gradually come onto our backs. Straightening the right leg up toward the ceiling, holding on behind your hamstring, maybe up on the calf. Now pull the straight leg as close to your chest as it'll go. Feel that stop point? And now start to try to push your right leg to the floor while you resist with the arms. Go, go, resist. Really push it. Really push it. Try to push that leg down. Use your arms to fight that leg, and that leg is stronger. Come on, do it, do it, do it. And gently release. Good. We'll bring the feet down. We're going to do one bridge. I know I've been going over on time, you guys. I felt a little bad because we started a little late, or I really don't need any excuse. Those of y'all who know me know that I go over on time all the time. All right. Feet are a little wide, maybe 4 or 5 inches. Heels as close to your butt as you can. Rest your arms down alongside your legs. Gaze up. Lift the chin a little so that there's a curve under your neck. And let's press down through the feet. Thrust the hips up. Go for it. Push your toes into the floor, though. Don't just dig in the heels. Breath. Don't let the knees splay. Relax your shoulders. Let that tummy breathe. Now stay here. Unsqueeze the butt. Take that load off of your back. Transfer it into those legs. One more breath. Relax your shoulders. Let those legs have you. And lower those hips down. Good. Knees together, feet wide. A few pelvic tilts here. Good. We're just going to roll over to one side and bring ourselves up to sitting. Find a way of sitting that works for you, okay? So you could be sitting cross-legged. You could be sitting with your legs out in front of you. Be conscious of how you're doing this. You could be here. You could be here. You could be here, here, here. Make a choice. Change it up, okay? So that you're inviting a new awareness and a new way of exiting your practice, feeling your body hold you up. So now let's engage a little bit of this low belly, lifting up, shoulders down. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Feel the belly expand. Surrender it to expand openly and freely. And then let the breath come in, pulling the muscles in, and then tighten the muscles a little. Feel that little bit of engagement. That's your core. If you would like to Om, let's give ourselves a little vibrational massage from the inside out with our sound. You could say Home. You could say Amen. You could say Boom Shakalaka for all I care. All right? Or you could say Om. I'm going to go with the Om. Breathe in. Hum. You could bring your hands to the heart center at the Anjali Mudra, holding an intention close to your heart in your hands. You could bring your hands here. Just try to maintain that peaceful awareness of yourself inside of yourself, your consciousness inside of this shell. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this has been our Yoga Basics Live Saturday, January 2. I've been really having a problem with my dates lately, y'all. 2021. As I was saying yesterday, please don't put so much pressure on this baby 2021, okay? You just left 2020. Don't impose all of the trauma that was inflicted on you from 2020 onto this poor new little baby 2021, all right? So don't shove all of your expectations on this itty bitty baby. Let's all just take baby steps together and let it reveal itself to you on what it can reveal to you in a nice, kind, innocent way. All right? Don't scare the heck out of 2021. It's going to run away. Namaste, everybody. Or come on back in a few moments for our Empower Yoga that's going to start at 11:30. Thank you so much, Gaia. Thank you, Elizabeth. It's always great to see you all. I hope that that's going to work on your back a little bit, you all. Casey, Vicky, it's always great to see you both. Namaste. Go forth. Do great things. If it's in your heart or your pocket, please offer a donation at paypal.me/justbeyoga. Peace.